Hello and welcome to this little CCB video blog. Now today I'm going to be talking about how to properly hold a bait casting rod when you're fishing to give you better control of the lures and better control of the fish while you're fighting them. I watch a lot of YouTube channels that deal with fishing. I watch a lot of them that have more subs than me and get a lot more views. And I will watch them hold their bait casters and they're holding them wrong. And the way they're fishing them is totally wrong. And they might have that expensive DC Shimano bait casting reel, yet the way they're holding the rod and the way they're fishing it with certain baits is totally wrong. I'm like, has anybody taught anybody how to fish a bait caster properly? How to hold it, where to hold it, how to position it in your hand? Okay, there's kind of a lot to this because a lot of it starts out with the balance of the rod. Because most of these rods, when they're with the reel on, they're balanced, the balance point is above the reel. It's the way it's designed. I mean, even without the reel on it, it's usually balanced in front of the reel. So the way this rod net is designed, the balance point and all that is actually slightly in front of or close to the reel itself. And so that's where the bend is, that's where the balance is, that's what helps you work the lures, that's what helps you, fight the fish. Everything about it in its design is in front. Well, if I can get it there again. Just slightly in front. And it has to do with the reels too, guys. See, these reels are designed to be palmed. That's why they're so low profile. They used to be a lot taller and bigger. They're designed to be palmed. So the way you're supposed to hold your bait caster when you're fishing it is you're supposed to palm the reel. It's the way they're designed. It's the way the balance of the rod is designed. And the way I see a lot of these YouTubers stuff holding it is, I'm just like, why? Like, haven't you ever watched a pro fish? Because you will never see a pro fishing it the way they do and holding it the way they do. There's just no way. All right, I gotta wait for Speedo Mailman. Okay, so another design that's in this. I told you where the balance is. I told you about the reel, palmed, low profile. But the other thing is this trigger. This is the trigger. This is, okay, so we got the design, we got the reel. The other thing is we have this trigger right here because it's a trigger stick, so it's got this little thing here. And that's where most people completely and totally go wrong with how they hold a bait caster and just the whole concept of a bait caster. Because what I see a lot of people do when they're holding it and when they're fishing it is they have their index finger on that trigger and they're holding it like this. And yeah, they might have their thumb up on the reel, but they're going like this. And they're working it like this, or if they're doing something reeling in, they're working it like that. That is completely and totally 100% wrong. This is not where, I mean, maybe on the cast, but even on the cast, I put my middle finger on the trigger thing, not my index finger on. And I get into that. I'm gonna do it on a one-handed cast and the proper way to do it. That was, I guess, just a little sneak peek of what's coming up when I talk about casting one-handed with a bait caster. But yeah, this grip, guys, this is not right. Even if you hold it like that and you have your thumb up above it, that is completely and totally wrong. I mean, it feels so far. I mean, I could tell. I couldn't feel anything this way. Yeah, if I was working something like a fast bait or something, holding it like this, I have absolutely, it just feels so wrong. I mean, it's clumsy. It's not the right way to do it. This trigger right here, the proper way to do it is, it should be right here. See that, guys? See that? The pinky should be right behind it. And that way you're palming the reel. You're palming the reel. And this is the way I hold it when I'm like working cranks or working a jerk bait or maybe slow rolling a spinnerbait or something like that. When it's active, I have it completely palmed. That's the way you're supposed to hold it. That way your balance is more forward, where the balance is. And you can put your index finger right there or underneath, but it's more balanced to the balance of the rod and the reel. When you have it back here, even with your thumb up on it, I mean, the more the balance, you're almost at the end, more the balance is forward. And I said, they're designed to be palmed. So yeah, right like that. That's where it should go. That's where I've always done it. When you're fishing, the reel should pretty much be completely covered up. I said, this is my grip when I'm using high-speed cranking or rattle trap or jerk bait or a top water, something like that. That's my grip. Well, when I go to bottom hopping baits, you know, jigs, worms, flicking, weightless, I actually bring my pinky in front of the little trigger. My pinky goes right there, and my fingers I hold like that, and I have the line go through them. But I'm basically up above. See, you can't even see the reel from that side, guys. It's palmable. See, if I was holding it like this, working it, no, you just bring it up there and you hold it like that. You totally palm it. And as you notice, I hold it up under here. But even out here in that, it gives you much more control. It feels a lot more balanced in your hand than if you're back here. Like back here, it just feels too awkward, too heavy in the front. Like I don't have much. But yeah, when you put it right there and then you move it a little bit further up, and I do this little scissor on the thing, and you work it, it's just, you can tell the difference. You'll feel that the whole rod feels much more a part of your arm. It feels a lot more balanced when you move it up and palm the reel. And like I said, that's my position for if I'm working a jig or a drop shot or plastic, something that's, I'm giving it a lot of little twitches and that, I'm that way above. I bring it back down and put it in between like that, the trigger, between my pinky and my next finger, whatever that finger's called. And that's how I hold it when I'm using active baits. I just want to come out and say this because I said I cringe when I see people do this on videos, when they're showing people and they're holding it like this, and they're working a bait, and they're holding it back here. Like, it just throws the whole balance of the baitcaster off. I mean, I know you hold, you know, spinning reel that way, right above it, but no, not the trigger. Yeah, I know it's a trigger. It's a trigger grip, but you're not supposed to have your index trigger finger on the trigger. For me, I said it's in between my pinky and the next finger, or my pinky's actually above it, sitting against it when I'm working plastic or something else. I mean, seriously, give it a try to hold it that way. If you're one of those people that holds it like this or holds it like this, give it a try. Actually palm the reel. Completely palm it. That's why you'll notice everything's gone off this side of my reel. You can't even tell the Abu Garcia, all the lettering, everything is gone off here. Because it's always, my skin is always on it and always rubbing it. Yeah, guys, there it is. I just had to say this. Like I said, it has to do with the balance, the way these reels are designed to be palmed and everything else. And I just get so, I'm like, and they're talking about their good, I'm like, yeah, you have an incredible reel, but you're not using the setup properly and you're not fishing it properly. And I know it's not working your baits properly, and just your balance and the feel is not proper. So yeah, guys, that's it right there. Trigger is meant for that. Or like I said, when you're using soft plastics and things you're really slowly manipulating, pinky in front of it sitting, and you can keep it like that and keep your fingers on the line. Old trips and tricks I did. But yeah, I'm telling you, that's the best way and the proper way to hold a baitcaster for better feeling, better lure presentation. It just feels so much better. I mean, the balance feels so much better you hold it like that compared to when you hold it like this. It just feels too heavy in the front this way. When you get your hand up here, it balances off the whole reel and it becomes more of an extension of your hand and your arm. So there you go. The proper way to hold a baitcaster, proper way to hold it when you're working it. And I said, you just do that little bit of a difference, and I bet you will be able to tell how much better it feels and more balanced your rods feel than holding them like that, the wrong way. All right, that's gonna do it for this little video blog. Hope it helps. I'm sure it will. It's the way I've learned. This is the way I watch any pro that I watch fish holds it. Give it a try. Till next time.